Namaste. In this experience, we are going to develop and strengthen your inner resource. This practice is one that I've found has provided me with a deep sense of inner resiliency through all of life's circumstances, and it's one that I've learned from a dear mentor, Richard Miller, and his life's work with integrative restoration and yoga nidra. So please take a moment to get comfortable and settle in as we begin to contemplate the inner resource. So your inner resource is completely unique to you. It's your own experiential feeling of inner calmness, trust, or well-being, and basking in presence with these felt sensations. And with your inner sanctuary, you will be inviting all 5 senses into the experience. And in the beginning, what we'll do is create imagery. So using your imagination, along with the images that you welcome, also bringing in the accompanying sounds and fragrances and sensations. And really noticing where you're feeling the sensory experiences within your body, such as warmth, floating, relaxation, or some it'll feel like expansiveness, or maybe a feeling of being supported or unconditionally loved. So spending time creating and developing your inner resource as a felt sense in your body, and over time in practice, the felt sensations of your inner sanctuary will be available to you at any time, throughout any experience, not only when you call upon your inner resource, but also as the backdrop from which your entire life is unfolding from. So present with you through every moment and experience, and your trusted ally through thick and thin. The concept of the inner sanctuary is from this ancient practice of Ashreya, meaning refuge, safety, trust, or home. So your inner refuge is a deep, grounded foundational stone that helps you to meet whatever circumstance that you're facing with a sense of underlying inner peace or well-being. And as you create your inner resource, it will be completely unique to you. So you might be cultivating a sense of peace or ease or spaciousness or groundedness. And the sense of refuge might include safety or security, support, or presence, love, connectedness. It could be a feeling of being empowered or stable, expansive, maybe flowing or open, or even a deep state of stillness. Perhaps it's clarity or balance, contentment, or an unshakable sense of well-being. So for each person, it'll be slightly different what their inner resource consists of. So let's begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose and letting it go. And then begin to invite your body to get comfortable if there are any little adjustments that you need to take. Just laying on your back, settling in for yoga nidra practice. Relaxing into the jaw, from the tip of the tongue to the root of the tongue. That presence soak into all of the skin, the whole face. Just the awareness of a softening migrating through all of the tissues of the face and the eyes, the forehead, all the way through the scalp. Sensing the ears listening. Both ears simultaneously. Ears and awareness becoming receptive, open. And connecting now to your sankalpa, your own sankalpa, or you might welcome the sankalpa or the intention to nourish the body with rest, or connect to a deeply felt sense of peace and well-being, your inner resource. Welcoming your sankalpa by stating it now 3 times. Welcoming the mind's eye center, the center of the forehead, between the brows, the center of the throat, the center of the heart, the right shoulder, the right elbow, wrist, center of the palm, tip of the thumb, tip of the index finger, tip of the second finger, the ring finger, tip of the little finger, the center of the palm, the wrist, elbow, shoulder, right side of the chest, waist, hip joint, knee, ankle, center of the sole of the foot, tip of the big toe, second toe, third, tip of the fourth toe, tip of the little toe. center of the sole of the foot, ankle, knee, hip, waist, right side of the chest, the whole right hemisphere of the body simultaneously. And then moving into the left shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, the palm of the hand, center of the palm, the tip of the thumb, tip of the first finger, the second finger, the tip of the ring finger, the tip of the little finger, the center of the palm, the wrist, elbow, shoulder, sensing the natural rhythm of the breath without altering the flow of air in and out, the whole left side of the chest, the waist, the hip, knee, ankle, center of the sole of the foot, the tip of the big toe, tip of the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, tip of the little toe, center of the sole of the foot, ankle, knee, hip, waist, the whole left side of the chest, awareness saturating the whole left side of the body now, the whole left side of the body. Experiencing the whole body now as a boundless field of evenly hovering awareness, shimmering with sensation and aliveness, warmth, radiance. allow your attention to draw into the breath without needing to shape or control the breath in any way. And just relaxing into the simplicity of the body breathing itself, the simplicity of being breathed. Sensing the natural rhythm in and out. Just natural pace of the breath. This easy and effortless rhythm. And continuing to tune into this feeling of being held by the earth. Letting the whole body rest upon the earth. And as you breathe in, welcoming the mantra so. As you breathe out, welcoming hum. Inhaling so. Exhaling hum. Natural pace of the breath. Inhaling so. Exhaling hum. I am that. I am all that there is. Without shaping the breath. Just natural waves of respiration. Inhaling so. Exhaling so. 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 Bringing awareness now gently to the mind's eye, the center of the forehead. And we'll begin with a visualization to create the inner resource, but eventually we'll let the visuals go. And this can be a real or imagined place. And the images could include anything that helps you to create the feeling of peace in your body. And these images could include people or animals, favorite items or symbols, archetypes, scenes in nature that include sounds, colors, aromas, light, perhaps even tastes. So I'll begin by taking you on a journey of my inner resource and then guiding you through an inquiry of your own inner resource. My inner resource is in a beautiful sanctuary in the jungle. It's a place that I have been many times in the mountains of Costa Rica. It's a lush and beautiful jungle with waterfalls and wildlife all around me. The colors are vibrant and the earth is so full of prana. The waterfalls and pools of water all around are heated by volcanic springs. And so the water itself is deeply nourishing and full of beautiful minerals. The water is warm, and the wildlife that surrounds me includes toucans, hummingbirds, turquoise basilisks and sloths, blue morpho butterflies floating around me. And it brings me a deep sense of relaxation and peace simultaneously. But also I'm floating in the water. The water is warm and nourishing, and I'm floating in Shavasana. So there's zero effort. I'm not trying to swim or keep myself upright. There's a sense of trust and effortless floating. There's a sense of warmth and peace and nourishment. I can sense all around me the beautiful sunlight beyond the canopies, and also all of the aromas and fragrances, not only of the hot springs, but of the flowers and foliage all around. The sounds are that of birds singing and water flowing. And as I release the imagery, I'm left with this sense of warmth, of trust and floating, effortless floating, peacefulness, this deep sense of trusting that I can let go and float. So let's begin to explore your inner resource, completely unique to you, allowing your imagination to flow freely. And as you cultivate your inner resource, experiencing a sense of well-being that you can come back to no matter what your current circumstance. So this is a deeply personal experience and a safe haven where you can feel not only secure and safe, but at ease, peaceful, and you have that beautiful sense of well-being that arises naturally. Inviting now a scene or situation where you feel completely at ease. It could be a memory or completely imagined. Any scene in which you feel completely peaceful. It could be a scene in nature, surrounded by beautifully serene landscapes and foliage. Perhaps pure, crystal clear, healing waters, or sunlight and shadows that are present. And letting the sounds and sensations start to arrive. And perhaps you're not out in nature, perhaps you're inside a space that feels particularly safe and tranquil, warm or cozy. So begin to welcome your surroundings here, letting your imagination create the imagery naturally. And maybe there are others surrounding you, loved ones, or people who make you feel connected or easeful. Or perhaps there are animals present, beloved animals or wildlife. Perhaps you're just resting in the sanctuary in solitude. Feeling the connection of nature around you, or the tranquility of your space. Perhaps you're seeing yourself experiencing something that you love that brings you a great sense of joy or gratitude. Letting your imagination create the inner sanctuary. And the only thing that is for certain is that you experience yourself in a state of complete ease within the surroundings. A place that brings you a state of complete ease. And seeing yourself in this imagined scene as if it's happening currently. So in this moment, you can look around very slowly. There's no rush. You're just slowly observing and taking it in, the wholeness and beauty of this moment you're creating. You're slowly looking all the way around, 360 degrees around you. Inviting in all of the sights and shapes and colors, the light and shadows, allowing all of these sights to come to you as your eyes stay relaxed and soft, and your whole peripheral vision is just wide open. Eyes are relaxed and receptive, inviting in each imagined detail, and sensing each detail of your inner resource in this moment. Orienting to the sounds that might be arriving in the scene of your peaceful sanctuary. And without straining or striving, gently inviting the experience as it comes. What sounds are you experiencing? What are these sounds you're listening to that are just arising and fading away naturally? Imagining those sounds coming effortlessly, ears receptive and open. Basking in your inner sanctuary and noticing simultaneously any tastes or aromas that might be present here. Welcoming the fragrances that come along with your inner sanctuary, your inner resource that you're creating. letting those two come effortlessly to soothe your whole nervous system as you're resting. Now fully immersed in this inner refuge, in the feeling of being completely relaxed, peaceful, comfortable, and at ease in your whole body. And noticing that experience in your body, and getting curious about the sensations that are present. All senses open and receptive. Getting curious about the sensations that are present, and could you bring your awareness to rest in these sensations? Finding this felt sense somatically in your body. That felt sense of an inner refuge of peace, trust, equanimity. Then losing the imagery. Let go of the image, the sound, the memory. Taking out the conceptual imagery and keeping the somatic bodily feeling. Tuning into the felt sense of the inner resource within your body. Dropping away. Letting all of the images and the concepts drop away so you're just feeling the sensations of your inner resource. Begin to welcome your inner resource as an unchanging quality of being that's always available to come back to, which you can begin to welcome into all other aspects of your life. In many ways, the practice of Yoga Nidra and Ashreya is this remembering of these aspects of ourselves, continuously coming back to our inner refuge, remembering and remembering as a practice until this inner refuge begins to remember us and begins to unfold naturally. It begins to infuse our lives naturally. And the more that we can come back to and remember these aspects and welcome these aspects of our inner refuge, the more they begin to naturally arise in our states of Vishva, our waking states. So just taking these next few moments to bask in the experience of your inner resource. and feel the weight of your body on the earth, bringing awareness back to the sounds within the room, one by one, and sensing the room around you, laying quietly, keeping the eyes closed, noticing the effects of this practice on the body, on the mind. Continuing to let yourself rest here. And gently begin to awaken the body, making little gestures with the fingers and the toes, nodding the head from side to side. You might take a deep breath in through the nose, exhaling with a sigh, and slowly bringing yourself back to an upright position. And even as you're waking up here, could you continue to welcome the felt sense of your inner refuge, allowing it to be everywhere. And could you imagine this inner refuge infusing all of the different aspects of your life as you continue to practice and work with your inner resource? Know that it's always available for you. It's that trusted ally that you can always come back to deep within yourself. And please take a moment to let me know in the comments below anything that you'd like to share with me, whether it's just how you feel or what are the somatic bodily feelings of your inner resource, or you might like to share some of the imagery of your inner resource with me. I'd love to hear about your experience. I love learning more about each person's individual journeys that they go on in Yoga Nidra. And please take a moment to share this with someone that might find this helpful. If you'd like to practice more with me, you can feel free to look in the comments and in the descriptions to learn all about different online experiences that you can join me with, including things like Yoga Nidra immersions or yoga immersions, and of course Nidra trainings and all of these things. Thank you so much for practicing here with me. I hope that you have a lovely day. Please continue to practice and nourish your inner resource. You can come back to this recording often if you like to, and continue to integrate this concept of the inner resource into your life. I can tell you that for me, it's been completely, profoundly supportive to all other aspects of my life, and I can feel my inner resource really infusing different areas of my life, no matter if I'm having a moment of total bliss and gratitude or whether I'm having, a very challenging moment in my life. I can always feel this inner resource, and all I have to do is really welcome it into the foreground of my experience, and I know that it's always there for me. Okay, so have a most beautiful day. I'd love to recommend these resources next, and I hope to practice again with you soon. Namaste.